Last time on Space Daze. With the demon soul of Karzan now in control of Bacchus' body, a fight broke out between the Guardian Zixtus and Bacchus. With the help of Caden, Nora and Daythorn managed to remove the piece of Lost One's tech from the Guardian's chest. Karzan, then betraying Bacchus, stole his life force to give himself a form, leaving the captain unconscious. While Daythorn was overcome with a power from a different voice, the two entered into a fight of light and darkness. Destroying Karzan, the four were left exhausted, with the bound guardian and a broken temple. So, where we left off was, Daythorn, you had this light energy, you just defeated this demon that had just come out of Bacchus. Bacchus, you are currently unconscious. You're taking a nap. Caden is over by Bacchus. And Daythorn, I believe you were on the ground. You weren't passed out. You weren't unconscious. Because the power that you received in the temporary hit points weren't, like, taken from you. Like it was with Bacchus.
Yeah.
And everything is quiet, and the only thing that is left is Zixtus, who is still bound kind of with these black vines from the fight with Bacchus.
Yeah, I'm still laying on the ground. I don't remember if Nora went... I think Nora went with Bacchus, right, to check on him?
I think Nora did go over to see Bacchus, but seeing that Zixtus still has the vines on him, I'm going to try and break those if he will let me.
How would you like to try and break the vines?
I only have magic that could do it from afar. I could Scorching Ray them?
Ugh.
Oh, no, I can't. I don't have any fucking spell slots. I can Eldritch Blast them. Can he move at all, or would I have to go to him?
So currently he is bound, and you would have to go to him.
I'll start making my way towards him, and I'll take out my rapier to try and cut the vines, at least.
Okay.
From, like, around his feet.
He does, let out a bit of a growl as you draw closer with your weapon.
I'm not here to hurt you. I've never been here to hurt you. I was only here to help you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion.
But she's on the ground, so I can't hear her, right?
She came back up to the temple.
Yeah, and then she went down to his feet.
Yeah.
Oh, you went down to his feet?
Well, I don't know how else I would get to him.
He is currently, like, half on the temple.
Yeah, he's perched on the temple, so I can, I'll walk over, like, I just remember that he kind of stepped on it.
Yeah, he stepped up onto it with the fight with Bacchus, and then was bound by the black
Okay.
vines.
Now I can make my witty comments, seeing as how I can see she's on the ground, or see she's still on the temple with a rapier. Like, why don't you just explain to him what you're trying to do, rather than just say, I'm not here to hurt you?
That's an unnatural 20, and Nora ignores you.
No.
She's not happy. She's not a happy person.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps his eye on you, Nora, as you draw near, but he doesn't growl anymore. He believes you, but right now his jaws are kind of clamped shut with these vines.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start, I'll pull at the vine to get it away from him and just, like, cut through it so that it away from him so it doesn't hurt him at all.
Yeah, the vines cut really easy. They're, like, when you touch it, it's almost like an ash. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
13.
Okay, so you grab these vines, and even just by touching it, you can sense, like, they cut easy with your rapier, but you can sense this magic that is keeping this giant dragon from breaking them.
Yeah.
But they do cut easily, and when your rapier slices through it, it almost dissolves into, like, ash.
Okay. I'll keep cutting as much as I can to free him as much as I can. I know that I'm not climbing up this motherfucker again.
He spent the entire fight last time climbing his leg.
Yeah. I'm not doing it again. I will cut as much as I can reach from the ground, because I feel like Nora is also in a lot of pain because she fell.
Yeah.
So she's just like cutting what she can to see if he can at least start to move, maybe, and maybe he could help her get higher to cut them as well.
Yeah. While you're doing that, Caden is going to go over to you, Daythorn, and hold out a hand to you. Just be like, are you okay?
I'm tired. I had magic that wasn't my magic.
That was...
It's weird.
Very weird. He's gonna kind of offer you a hand up. He's not... I don't think he's gonna pull you all the way up, just because he knows
I'll sit up.
You're exhausted, but he will, like, yeah, pull you into a sitting position. He's then going to go help you, Nora, because he does have wings, so he'll get at those kind of higher areas. And after kind of a long minute, the vines seem to disintegrate from this dragon, and he manages to pull himself up. He looks just as exhausted after this fight, and he kind of lets out this low, rumbly growl. Not one of, like, threatening, but of annoyance.
Why is it you and your kind have come here?
Specifically to see you, or to this planet?
Both?
We came here looking for a mushroom. We came to see you after talking to your people and finding out that you were hurting, and we wanted to help you.
Your kind usually don't help. But I am grateful, even though you released Karzan's spirit.
As he's gonna kind of, like, look to the unconscious captain.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly happy about that either.
I suppose I am in your debt. I will answer any questions that you may have. Anything that you would like to know.
I got one. I have the chip, right, Lance?
You do.
What's up with this? She shows the chip.
That thing, it was brought here nearly 500 years ago. Outsiders came to our planet centuries ago, and they brought magic and science. They had made a temple here to help the Ikoi people, but what they brought started to hurt the planet. When they first arrived, they taught the Ikoi people about the stars and how to read and write. They tried to introduce that technology, but because it made the planet suffer, they also started to use the Ikoi people as vessels for their magic. It was at that point that I told them to leave and I destroyed the temple they built. That thing became lodged in my vines 500 years ago. It was only in the last 3 moons that it started to cause me pain. For some reason, the magic that was infused with that technology had activated, as you could say.
Question. What do you mean, vessels?
The people in white wanted to advance the Ikoi's magic. They used their technology and magic and science to heighten that magic. They did odd things to the Ikoi people. It caused them pain, and many of them suffered. It was not a magic that they could contain. When that happened, I told them to leave.
Understandable.
It is then that I made this planet unable to use technology.
Which is why we crash landed.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Your ship will not work, but that thing that you carry should hold enough power to revive your ship and leave the planet.
Botchus, you are currently unconscious. Although you released the demon spirit into your body and fought with this guardian, Zixtus kind of like pulls himself up and leans down over you. And these vines seem to kind of wrap around you just for a brief second. Go ahead and bring yourself back up to 2 HP.
I live!
As he does that, it takes Nora, like, everything they got to, like, not stop him. Because he doesn't know what he's gonna do to Botchus.
I think he sees the vines and kind of starts struggling again.
Yeah, you open your eyes and there's a giant dragon face right over you.
Oh yeah. I don't know where the others are. I'm gonna kind of start pushing up the vines.
He's gonna look at you, Botchus, and he's just like,
That was foolish.
What? Just... I can stand, it's fine. Guys?
the vines are gonna release you, Botchus. You kind of just like, you're not very far off the ground, but you do kind of just drop on your butt.
Ooh!
Daythorn's not going to talk to you right now, Botchus.
Nora has her arms, like, fully planted on her chest, pissed off at Botchus.
Caden's gonna side-eye you, Botchus, and go, I think you're in trouble.
What did I do?
Botchus, your entire body just hurts. Like, it feels like you got hit by a truck or a gargantuan dragon. I want all of you to make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20!
Well, that's a 9 for Daythorn.
Oh.
Oh no!
Okay, well, you still, you matched the DC, Daythorn, so...
Oh, okay.
When Botchus sits up, you can see on his left shoulder, going down his arm, these black marks. They go down from his left shoulder, across his chest, down his arm, and these black, almost smoke-like markings that kind of fade out as they reach his fingertips.
I'm gonna rub at it, like, is this... dirt?
Ink.
Again? Ink. It's been very dirty on this planet.
Yeah, Botchus, it does not come off.
It's my life now. So did we win?
You didn't win fucking shit. You put us in more danger.
I just did what I thought could help.
Yes, let's unleash a demon. Also, don't forget, part of Nora's sleeve from one side of her is wrapped around one of your wounds.
Oh. I'm gonna stand up and kind of go towards Nora. Like,
She backs up.
Nora. It all turned out alright, right? Right, DT?
She's shaking her head, and she's, I guess, turning over the chip in her hands. And, she's just kind of looking at that and listening in on you guys.
Zixtus kind of speaks up after watching this interaction and says,
Karzan has always been a trickster. He was born to this world the same time I was. He's technically my brother. When he was here, we balanced the world together. I controlled the light and life, Curzon controlled the dark and the creatures that came with it. But, over time, he wanted darkness to be longer. Thought the planet should be surrounded in darkness. He was devious, a trickster, would promise things that would only benefit him in the end. The Ecoy people needed light to survive. That is when him and I fought and he was banished. He probably offered you the opportunity to save everyone, didn't he?
Yeah.
He gave you the opportunity to stop me and said he wouldn't harm your friends.
So I just hurt people anyways. That's what you're saying.
It wasn't you. It was him.
Yeah, but I was his vessel. I fell for it. Just fucked it up. Again.
You may have fallen for his lie, but there is something about you that is different.
Yeah, my arm's fucked up now too.
Sorry.
I feel like shit and I look like shit. That's what's different.
Take that mark as a reminder. A reminder that not all promises can be kept. But also take it as a reminder that you were not killed today. You held a demon inside of your body and it did not eat you away. Is there any more questions that you have for me? I am grateful for you of removing that chip. I believe now I can start to heal the planet of the pain that it's caused.
Yeah. The planet sure could use some help. And she's, like, turning it over in her hands. Like, not understanding why the chip did this at all.
Daythorn, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Daythorn dice, because I rolled that shitty 8 with the wrong dice. That's an unnatural 20.
So, you're turning this chip over in your hand, and you see that, like, unlike the magic Dorito, this piece of Lost One's tech is almost incomplete. Like, it almost looks like it plugs into another piece of something. And you remember Dr. Quinn saying that it's just, like, these pieces are just one piece of something bigger.
Uh-huh.
But this piece of Lost One's tech, it has a different Arcana feeling than the Magic Dorito. The Magic Dorito, you didn't feel... You felt this like, Arcana surge that had that kind of blue tone to it, like it was not a threatening feeling.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of turn this chip over in your hand, you can see little tiny sparks of Arcana, almost residue.
Mm-hmm.
And this chip's residue is kind of this dark red. And you get this feeling of, like, ill intent with this piece of technology. It's something that just kind of makes your gut sink.
Mm-hmm.
And it's much different than the Magic Dorito that you found before.
Daythorn will get back up and go to the pedestal again.
Okay.
Because that's where the chip kind of had to be as well. Because I think that's where it was at one point. And just kind of, like, eye it to see, like, does the chip fit in this slot, or does it look like there's a piece missing, or what? Because that's just weird to her.
Go ahead and make an investigation.
23, not natural.
Okay, so you go up to the pedestal that had cracked in half, but Caden had kind of like helped you push it back together again.
Mm-hmm.
Between the cracks and the rubble and the vines, you do see that the chip could fit like in this little indentation on this pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
And Zixtus lets out kind of a growl and says,
Do not put that there.
I'm not dumb. I want to see if it was missing a piece because something's wrong with this.
It's wrong with it because it stole the planet's life force.
Well, I found another one like this and it doesn't do this, so it's broken. And I think she's just gonna, like, go. She's had enough. I don't have any questions to ask him, or none that she can think of while she's in this state, anyway.
When was the last time you had an actual visitor to this planet?
There was one man 30 years ago. But he is friends with the Equi people. He's only come twice. Before that was 500 years ago when the people in white cloaks arrived.
Do you know the man's name?
I believe his name was Sicaria.
How did he manage to leave the planet if there's no tech here?
That would be a question for the Lord of the Equi people. Again, I am grateful for what you've done. It would be best if you leave this planet as soon as possible. But tonight, it's getting dark. You should best find shelter before the creatures of the night take advantage of your exhaustion.
and with that, he kind of gets himself off of this temple area and starts to head back into the forest. And as he's heading back into the forest, go ahead and make perception checks, those of you who are watching him.
13.
24.
So two of you see that as he's leaving, some of the dark trees start to gain a little bit of color back.
It's already healing a little bit.
And Caden's going to speak up and says, he's right, maybe we should just stay in one of these huts until morning. We won't be able to make it back to the village before night falls. And honestly, you three look like you could use a good sleep. And with Arlo as well, it just wouldn't be safe traveling right now.
Sure. I'm gonna follow where Daythor had started walking away.
Well, I figured she was kind of like long gone and just sitting at the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, I mean, I would have just turned around and started walking where I saw you were walking off, not catching up with you until I get to the bottom.
I think Caden's going to stay behind and help you, Botchus, just if you need it.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just go check on the others. I'll make it down. I'm gonna slowly get down those stairs. Eventually.
So, as the four of you get down the stairs, Arlo kind of comes running out from his hiding space that Caden had tucked him away.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks a little concerned, because you all look rather upset and little bruised and beaten. And he looks at you, Daythor, and says, "Did you win?"
I wouldn't call it winning. I would call it we fixed your god. And I think he's an asshole. Sorry. I don't like him.
We've not met a god we actually like, have we?
Not really. They're all kind of full of themselves.
Nora walks over to one of the nearest huts and goes, "Guess we're staying here for tonight."
That's fine.
I'm not sure it's safe here.
We can't travel back to the village where it is safe, so this is the best option, and you don't get a say right now.
Nope. Daythorn's just gonna go into the hut that Nora pointed out, and she's gonna see if she can put the chip to her communicator. And we'll see how that goes. Says it could power the ship. Maybe it could power this at least enough for me to get to Sito.
Yeah, so you guys go into this this house, and it's a little creepy. The house is set up as if, like, it was just up and left. Like, there's still a pot of water that's really kind of old over the stove, like over the fireplace. There's some, like, little straw dolls and wooden carved blocks out with, like, where kids were playing. There were bowls set on tables. The beds are made, like, everything's dusty and kind of overgrown.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of relays back to the story of how these people just disappeared. Caden's going to make a fire in the fireplace as you all kind of sit down. Daythorn, you put the tablet, you pull out your tablet and you put the chip kind of to it.
Mm-hmm.
And at first nothing really happens, but then you see your tablet kind of do the little sparks of arcane red,
mm-hmm.
and it suddenly lights up. And your tablet does work. And Arlo is enthralled.
Oh. Sweet. I'll do this quick, and then I'm gonna try and dial into Sito.
So you dial, you try to get a hold of Sito, and he does not answer.
Ship doesn't have power.
But Sito might have power.
I mean, but does he communicate directly to us, or does he use a communicator too?
I don't know, but I would rather try anything at this point.
No, I understand.
Boy, probably worried. And then she'll just kind of, guess she left it on while that whole exchange happened. She'll be like, Sito, we're on our way back. It might take a day and a half, but we're coming. We're not dead. Love you, bye. And then she'll hang up.
Arlo is going to kind of sit next to you, Daythorn.
Mm-hmm.
He, like, even with the fireplace, he seems a little, like, nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps, like, looking around at like, you see his antenna just, like, constantly twitching.
He's sitting right next to me?
Yeah.
She'll just wrap an arm around him. She's just fucking around on her tablet and just does it.
He's gonna draw his attention to the tablet. It's light.
Mm-hmm.
He's a moth. So, you know.
Oh,
it's interesting. He's never seen technology before, so this is interesting to him. But he does kind of get close to you and lean on you. Caden will pull out some... What are they called? Rations. I was like, it starts with an R. The fuck is it called?
I was gonna say rations, but I wasn't sure if that's what you were looking for.
That is what I was looking for. I was like, okay, Bot just got rid of his. What are they called? He's gonna pull out some rations and give some to each of you. And say, I'll keep watch tonight. The rest of you can get some rest.
Well, I think Daythorn's just gonna chill there for a little bit. and use... Does the tablet go out as soon as she takes away the chip, or does it still kind of have, like... Was it like a battery?
It has a little bit of battery life. Like, it definitely gave your tablet a little spark of life.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna play whatever low-level game she can, whether it's Tetris or Pong or whatever. She's happy to have it back for at least 2 seconds. Her glasses are glow because of the screen.
Arlo is enthralled. Like,
she'll set it up in 2-player mode and teach him how to do it.
Aww. This child is never gonna, is gonna want to leave this planet so bad to get technology. He's gonna ask his father for a tablet, and his father's gonna be like, what?
Maybe when they get back, she'll go over, math and equations and shit to help, I guess, kickstart it the natural way.
Nora, what are you doing?
I'm kind of sitting off, in the corner of the room, just I'm basically not even eating the ration that I was given, just sitting there.
Botchus, what about you?
He's basically in the same boat. I think maybe once he has the rations in his hand, he's kind of picking at it, and then he realizes that he's just wasting food, and he puts it aside. Just staring into the fire.
Does anybody want to do anything else tonight before you take a long rest?
No, I think Daythorn's just gonna do that with Arlo until they pass out. When the battery runs out.
Hey, Daythorn.
What's up?
Did you still have your egg on you during the fight?
Yes.
I want you to go ahead and make an investigation.
Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, I gave it to Arlo.
Oh, that's right, you did give it to Arlo. He gives it back to you.
Okay. Do I still make an investigation?
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Oh, 23 again. Not natural.
So, he gives you back this egg that you had him hold, and everybody's kind of settling down. Caden's kind of positioned by the door to keep watch. The hut is starting to get warm. It feels really good now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking over the egg, and you realize that there is a tiny crack in it.
My baby.
And it feels really warm.
Oh, she's hugging it.
It doesn't move throughout the night while you're holding it, but yeah, any day now. You may have a danger pet. So, yeah, so the 5 of you settle down in this home. And go ahead and mark that you've had a long rest. Get that HP back in those spell slots.
Nice.
Wow, HP again.
I would have been gone if it was Daythorn's normal HP, that's for sure.
Who's the first up in the morning?
I think Nora would be. I don't think she slept well that night. She was just spitefully angry.
Yeah, sleeping angry sucks.
Yeah, so I think she's up before probably everybody else. I think she would also have, stepped outside so that she didn't bother anybody while she was up.
Caden is up.
Yeah.
He's gonna join you outside and just, kind of put a hand on your shoulder and just be like, are you alright?
I will be, but right now I'm just angry.
That's understandable. I know it probably wasn't the best decision.
No.
But I'm sure he had the best intentions at heart. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to excuse him for releasing a demon and...
I would certainly hope that you weren't excusing that, but people have done stupider things. I don't know what to do.
Well, what are you stuck on?
I feel like I should return home. Give up my foolish adventure.
Oh, now hold on. I thought you had a plan to sneak into the party that you were not to be seen at, and then sneak into a prison with no plan whatsoever.
Stupid, isn't it?
It definitely sounds like an adventure.
Yeah, well, it might be better if I just go home and they let my uncle out of prison that way, and I get fucking married to a man that I've never met before. And my 2 friends would not be in danger. My only friends.
There's always going to be danger in the world, Nora.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be charged with my kidnapping. And she's like getting teary-eyed, which I am now too, because of fucking acting.
You know, there's a time when the duty that you're supposed to do and the duty that you're supposed to uphold becomes second on your list. You don't want to return home, do you?
I don't know what I want anymore. I do, but I don't. I'm not much help to this group as it is.
Nora, yesterday I witnessed you climb a dragon. You removed a chip from its chest that has been hurting it for over 3 months that was destroying our planet. You and your 3 friends did that despite the odd ways of doing it. The 3 of you did it. The 3 of you were able to do something that me and my people have not been able to do.
It's called dumb luck. And eventually our luck will run out and it will get one of us killed. Or all of us killed. Or it will get my friends killed and who knows what will happen to me.
I think... Now, forgive me, I don't mean to be rude. I told you when I first met you that you 3 did not seem like the type to be adventuring together, and you told me that you ran onto the first ship that you saw, and Daythorn chose that ship of her own will after meeting your AI. And Botchus, well, he went with it. And after getting you off that planet, and if I'm understanding your story correctly, you got off the planet. You got away from where you were running from, and yet all of you have decided to stay together. Now, you've told me you've fought gods before, and I don't know about you, but if I had to fight more than one god, I'd probably retire. Yet, you 3 have this plan, of sorts, to do incredibly foolish things, and everybody seems fine with it. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think you're going to find any other friends in this universe that would be as willing to fight gods and break into prisons. And maybe dumb luck is exactly what your crew needs to get through these adventures. I think all of your dumb luck combined may actually equal out to some sort of talent. And it's kind of impressive.
I don't know. I don't know. I've done some stupid shit. I've put them in so much danger. So much of this is just insanely stupid.
To be fair, one of them did release a demon spirit, and the other one's carrying a dangerous egg around with them, so you all kind of put each other in dangerous situations.
Yeah, but they could all be arrested. Oh no. What was I thinking?
I think the fact that you don't know what you want to do next means you don't want to separate from them.
I don't. They've been the closest family I've had since my brother disappeared.
Well, then hold on to that. Family, even found family, is a gift these days. And despite the trouble, it may not be my place to say this.
I'm not royalty here, you can say whatever the hell you want.
I think it would be foolish for the three of you to split. I think the three of you have something that the others need. And I've seen you work together. You are an incredibly dumb luck, stupid team that does incredible things. It's your choice in the end, but I hope maybe I've convinced you that what you have is unorthodox but special.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but...
Well, if we knew what would happen, Arla would be running off a lot less. So...
Oh, man. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out eventually.
How about for now, we get the three of you back to the city and into a bath?
Sounds heavenly.
As Caden kind of clasps your shoulder and goes back in to wake the others up to start your journey back to the city.
Nora will take time to fix it so it doesn't look like she's been crying. Whether that is a spell that she uses. Yeah, she'll use Disguise Self just to make herself not look like she's been crying.
Amazing.
She'll go back inside.
As soon as Kaden wakes Daythorn up, she's just like, egg baby. Check it out.
Check it out.
And the crack hasn't gotten bigger yet. But it's still very warm.
Hugging egg baby the entire way in the little sling she made it.
Yeah, as the five of you kind of pick yourselves up and leave this abandoned village and start back in towards the forest to head back to the village. We want to thank everyone for listening to this week's episode.
If you like what we do, you can rate and review.
And join our Patreon to get access to early episodes and other neat extras.
You can catch our space story every other Wednesday on your pod listener of choice.
Want to experience more of our craziness outside of the podcast?
You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, or join our Discord.
Links are in the description below.
Until next time, space travelers, be safe, charge your AIs, and send a postcard.
Bye!